What's going on, JP? How are you, man?
Oh, Grote, Marshall, man, good to talk to you guys, and good to have you in studio, Grote. I mean, normally you're not in studio.
I know.
I get a chance to talk with you. But before we do anything,
yes,
shouts out to Robbie. Congratulations, young man. Enjoy your time on the East Coast. But I still think you're weird for leaving your deodorant in your room. What?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, JP. No, thank you, man.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that whole lot. And I don't know. I do my thing. I don't know.
I think I might have out-weirded him, though, per the text line, because I said that, and I'm talking about, like, the T-shirt, the undershirt, okay? Like the white tee, like sometimes, like, you put it on your person, and then I put it over the shirt just for an extra layer of defense. It's defense. I play defense.
I've never heard of this. Have you ever heard of this, JP?
I'm rolling with Marshall on this whole entire conversation.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I'm on his side.
You know what this is, JP? It's just another classic illustration of two Americas. That's what this is.
One America knows how to apply deodorant.
Yes.
The other, it just goes completely rogue.
Yeah, basically, y'all just do what y'all want. That's what I'm learning. No real home training that's uniform within the culture. I get it, though. I get it.
JP, how you feeling about this Bears game? Bears, Eagles. We've been talking about it all week. It's been a blast. What are you thinking on a Wednesday, my friend?
Well, first of all, you guys, I'm just excited. I said this yesterday with Mully and Haugh. I just love the fact that we got some meaningful football in November heading into December, and as the season kind of winds down. So it's been very entertaining. I look at this game and how it's set up with two 8-3 teams, and that Eagle squad coming off that loss to the Cowboys. Like there's a chance here. There's a chance for this Bears team to go into Philly a day after eating stuffy and turkey and ham, whatever you like, and steal a win out there. Why not? I've been saying it. Why not us? As you look at how this season goes down, and I was listening to that caller before I came on a little bit earlier. He was just talking about what do you say? If they don't win, if they only win 2 more games, it's a failure.
Well, I think essentially if they don't get into the playoffs.
So 10-7 is a failure is what he's saying.
No, man. I mean, we're talking about this team has already exceeded expectations. I mean, yes. I mean, you're playing with house money. You get an opportunity to be able to play in the postseason. Let the chips fall where they may, and I think it's a bonus right now, because when you look at what Ben Johnson has done and the culture that he has set here in Chicago already, and it hasn't been an entire year yet. To me, moving forward for the future, that's what it's all about. I mean, it all depends, I guess, how you look at when you came into this season. Like for me, it was just about improvement and looking towards the future. But we're starting to see right now what they've been able to do with the injuries and all the ups and downs and how these games have gone. They found ways to win games. And I put it on Twitter yesterday, and I just would put it out there, are the Bears a good team? And if you go to my Twitter account, just like look at the comments, man, like it's so back and forth. But everybody always says, man, good teams find a way to win. The Bears have been doing that. And I give them a lot of credit to Ben Johnson, also the staff as well, for getting these guys ready with all the injuries that have happened and all the things that the backups that have come in and play, of how they have depth with this football team. I give them a lot of credit to where they are right now.
Jarrett, I'm looking at the way this game is going to play out on Sunday, and I was trying to explain to Robbie why I think this game is more difficult now, because the Eagles did absorb a loss to the Cowboys in which they blew a 21-point lead at halftime, and I think the Bears, they have a great chance to win this game. That's why I picked them to win the game. But I think they need to take a page out of the Jackson Dart / New York Giants playbook. While it's a scary page to take out, because we know what happened to Jackson Dart, he ended up in concussion protocol. His ability to run on the Eagles, in their first matchup in a 34-17 win over the Eagles was a catalyst in their run offense, dominating that game. And I think Ben Johnson has the tools, if he wants to draw up something similar.
Yeah, I mean, this is, Marshall, we're getting to this time of the year, right, where the weather is getting colder. You got to rely on the run game just a little bit more. And we've seen it, I think, with Caleb, his ability to be able to run the football. And I love the fact that he, even as a second-year quarterback, just smart enough to find ways to be able to get sacrifice yardage for the football, get down when you need to, not take the big hits when you're running the football, right? I think for a young quarterback, he's very smart there. But why not take advantage of it? That's the one thing on the flip side that the Eagles haven't done this season. I mean, we started to see it kind of winding down. I think with the Saquon Barkley edition last year, it was a heavy run, but you were seeing in sprinkles of runs with Jalen Hurts, and that hasn't been the case. Hence, to me, the reason why the run game hasn't been where up to par like everybody was thinking it was going into this year, that they were going to rely on it. So I think the fact of Jalen Hurts not running the ball has made an impact on their running game, and I think that Caleb can have a huge impact on this game when not even just design runs. It's just really when there's opportunities, things break down. Instead of maybe being Houdini and trying to keep his eyes down the field, which I love, maybe step up and take advantage of getting a couple of yards and put yourself in, meaningful downs, second down, third down, whatever that is, to shorten it up just a little bit. The playbook opens up a little bit more when it's third and short, whether it's third and long. It's a little bit harder, especially with that defense.
Yep, no doubt. Talking to Jarrett Payton, WGN TV sports anchor and the son of the greatest, Walter Payton. When you look at this Eagles defense, Jarrett, what would you say the way is for the Bears offense? What do you think the best mode of attack is when you look at the Eagles defense?
I mean, we know that they're able to get pressure, right? So, I mean, I want to see them try to establish the run game early and stay with it just a little bit longer. I understand sometimes if they're not having success early on in games, then things kind of switch up. And I know the first 12, first 10, or whatever they're running, I just think you have to establish the ground game. For me, any team that has the ability to get pressure and get after your quarterback, when you got guys that can, rush the passer, man, slow them down a little bit. I think the screen game, especially with the running backs, could be a huge key this week. And so that means a guy like DeAndre Swift going back to his old stomping grounds, being able to, let that rush get upfield, dump that ball down to him, and let him cook in that open space. That's where he is so he's so perfect for all that. And that's what we haven't seen of the outside zones, getting him to the outside and then getting him in the passing game as well. I think slowing down a rush, that screen game with the running backs could be a huge benefit for what Ben Johnson's trying to do and the success of this Bears team if they're going to find a way to leave Philly with a dub.
Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, what are you hearing?
Marshall, I don't.
You got some little birdies?
He's got some information.
You got birdies?
No, I don't. I do have birdies, but I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not getting in trouble. Okay,
I know.
So you just never know. I mean, maybe one guy's back. Possibly, I can say that.
You're going through the pain of this is very painful for reporters and sports people of knowing information and not being allowed to reveal it.
Yeah,
that happens.
It does happen, and I am not the guy that wants to be on the headlines. That's
I understand.
Not me. I don't need to make a story.
Right, unless you go to a Pearl Jam concert and you get on stage, then you certainly want to be the story, don't you?
If it's a Pearl Jam concert and on stage with Eddie Vedder, then I'm trying to be all over the headlines. But
okay, let me rephrase the question. JP. How differently do you feel about the Bears' chances to beat the Eagles based on the availability of either or both of those players?
Good job, Marshall.
Ooh, I think if you have both, yes, those guys are available, I think it gives you a way better chance. The hardest part is especially with both guys, they haven't been in game situations. Yes, they've been getting back into the mix, but Marshall, it is hard, man, to play an NFL game. And you could be doing all the conditioning you want to do on the outside, but getting back to game shape is tough. The only way you do that is by playing games. So, but I definitely think just with the skill set of a guy like Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, both guys, yes. But also as well, that hasn't really been – that's what you've kind of looked at right now since those guys have been out. I mean, Sean Wright has been phenomenal, right? I mean, You add in CJ as well. Like, these guys have played their part, and that to me is what's going to be interesting moving forward. When those guys do get healthy, how do you find ways to be able to keep the guys that are making plays on the football field? I think Wright he's a lock. I mean, you're talking about you're getting interceptions. You're tied for a league lead, right, with 5. You're a lock. You've kind of cemented yourself. But also as well, a guy like CJ, what he brings to the table and what he's brought to the table just so early on, just coming into Chicago, that's what's so valuable about having veterans that know what to do, that are looking for an opportunity and come in and start making plays. So, Marshall, both those guys on the field, I think they give you a better shot because they're both really, really good football players.
Jarrett, you, sir, are the goods. Thanks for coming on with us. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Put on a little deodorant, maybe listen to some music, the whole thing.
Yeah, hey, man, happy Thanksgiving to both you guys. Marshall, stay on the side you're on, okay? I'm just telling you.
Oh, you already know I'm not moving.